Hey guys, welcome to our third YouTube online video lesson. That didn't go well. Well, let me try that again. Hey guys, welcome to our third YouTube.
Oh my gosh, it's gone.
Hey guys, welcome to our third online YouTube video lesson. I hope you're so excited because I am. And you already know there's gonna be a TikTok dance. You already know that we're gonna have a brain break and maybe a couple surprises. So stay with me. It's important, okay? So today we're gonna be talking about solving equations and inequalities. So to do that, we're going to.
I can't take it anymore. I'm going crazy. Just let me handle it. It's fine. You know, last time during the intro, you was kind of tripping. You just kept forgetting things, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's in the past. And plus, these kids, they're super smart. Like, I feel like we can teach them 7th grade things even at 6th grade. So kids, I challenge you guys to follow me and Ms. Grimes as we talk about solving equations and inequalities.
Oh, we're back. Okay. Ready to learn with Miss Grimes again. For this third YouTube video, we have 3 rules for solving equations and inequalities. Rule number 1. Isolate the variable. Some of you in your head, because you remember from class, just went, isolate the variable, okay? Anytime we say that in this YouTube video lesson, you need to clap your hands and do it with me, okay? Isolate the variable. Isolating the variable means to get the variable by itself. For example, have you ever been sitting in class and you were talking too much? Maybe you passed a note to a friend, maybe you had your phone out, maybe you weren't prepared for class, whatever it was. The teacher was done with you and they said, I'm gonna need you to step out in the hallway. What did the teacher just do? They isolated you. They said, you need to go by yourself. That's what we do in this step. We isolate the variable. Rule number 2.
Hey guys, welcome to 7th grade land where actual 7th graders learn actual 7th grade things on an actual 7th grade level. All right? Who cares if you guys are just in the 6th grade? You guys are smart, and I know y'all can keep up. All right? So with that being said, we're going to talk about inverse operations. Inverse operations might seem like a tough word or a new word to you guys, but it's not. It's just the opposite operation. Let's think about opposites. The opposite of up is down. The opposite of hot is cold. The opposite of east is west. The opposite of in, we get it, right? So we know what opposites are and we know what operations are. We got addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Basic operations, right? So now let's put the words together. Opposite operation, which means we're going to use the opposite of what we just did. So if I use addition, I'm going to use subtraction. If I use multiplication, I'm going to use division. That's simple. And if you think about it in terms of an equation, you just want to kind of keep it balanced, you know?
Keep it balanced. It means that whatever you do to one side of your equal sign or one side of your inequality, you also have to do to the other. You have to keep your equations and your inequalities balanced. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Let's do some examples.
Baby, come give me something, oh. Baby, come give me something, oh. Cause I can't stop.
Always asking me what I got on. They be like, hey Brandon, what you got on? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. That's split. That's split right there.
So our example is n plus 7 equals 10. Now, how do we figure it out? Those 3 simple rules. This m is super annoyed right now. It wants that 7 out of here. We need to isolate the variable. Let's do it. I'm going to split my equation in half, okay? And I'm going to split it at the equal sign. And I'm just doing that so I remember whatever I do to this side, I also have to do to this side, okay? If I have a plus 7 here and I'm trying to get m by itself, what can I do to that plus 7 to get it to go away? I could subtract 7. I can do the opposite of what's being done. So if I subtract 7 from this side, rule number 3 says keep it balanced. So whatever I do to this side, I also have to do to this side. So I'm going to subtract 7 over here. 7 minus 7 equals 0. Therefore, the only thing I'm left with over here is my variable m. And then I just have to do 10 minus 7, which is 3. And that's your solution. Good job. All right, x minus 4 equals 17. I want to isolate my variable. So in order to isolate my variable, what am I trying to get rid of? The only reason that x is not by itself is because there's this negative 4 there. So rule number 2 tells me that I have to do the opposite inverse. So if there's a negative 4 there, what's the opposite of negative 4? Positive 4. So I need to add 4. Rule number 3 says keep it balanced. Keep it balanced. So whatever I do over here, I also need to do over here. What's a negative 4 plus a positive 4? Think about it in your bank account. If you had negative $4 in your bank account and you put $4 in, what's your account at now? 0, right? You owe no money and you have no money. So we have 0 over here, so the only thing we're left with is our variable x. And then I have 17 plus 4, which is 21. You just solved 2 equations. 2 more examples and then we're done. Okay, 4n is less than 16. Remember that the operation that's being done between the 4 and the n is multiplication. This technically says 4 times n. A number next to a letter always means multiplication, okay? You guys see my little puppy? We need to take a puppy break. It's time for a puppy break. Oh, come on, you guys. She's so cute. Look at her. Her name's Gia. She's a schnoodle. A schnauzer? A miniature schnauzer. Schnauzer? I don't know how to say it. And a poodle. Isn't she so cute? Look at her face. Okay. Puppy break over. Okay, remember that what's being done between the 4 and the n is multiplication. So if I want to isolate that variable n, I need to do the opposite of what's being done to it. And right now it's being multiplied by 4. The opposite of multiplying by 4 is dividing by 4. So I'm going to divide this side by 4. Rule number 3 says keep it balanced, so I need to divide by 4 over here. 4 divided by 4 gives me with once, leaves me with 1 n. Now remember that 1 times anything is itself. So 1 times n is just n. So we don't need that one. We can just say n. And then 16 divided by 4 is 4. So n is less than 4. Remember that your sign stays the same. As long as you divide by a positive number, your sign stays the same. Last example! M over 6 is greater than or equal to the number 3. We want to split our inequality. Rule number 1 says isolate the variable. Isolate the variable. So I want to get m by itself. And what's bothering m so much is it's being divided by 6. Remember that that fraction bar means division. We need to help our friend m out and get rid of that 6. How do I get rid of dividing by 6? How do I, no more dividing by 6. I want that gone. Do the opposite inverse, right? So I need to multiply by 6. I'm going to do the same thing over here to keep it balanced. Now, if I multiply m over 6 times 6, that gives me 6m over 6. Again, I wrote an equal sign and I screwed up. What sign should go here? Greater than or equal to. And remember, we can cross these out because 6 divided by 6 is just m. So that leaves me with m. 6 times 6 is 18. So m is greater than or equal to 18. That's my solution. So if you're getting tripped up on this step right here, how did I get from here to here? Remember that fraction bar means division. And I had 6 over 6. Or in other words, 6 divided by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1, right? So that just leaves me with 1m. And we already talked about over here that we don't need the 1. Anything times 1 is itself. 1 times m is m. So if we can just say m is greater than and equal to 18.